Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced from alexmercedcoder.com, and in this video what I want to do is talk about referential equality. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new project in here, new terminal. I'm going to use a sort of boilerplate Webpack setup. So I'm going to use my Merced spinup tool, so npx Merced spinup, that spins up a template. And the template I want to use is plain Webpack. And we're just going to call this JS practice. So I'm going to use this for a bunch of videos. So I do that. And it built the project. So it should pop up there. There it is. Now I'm going to cd into it, JS practice. And then I'm going to do an npm install. Again, I'm assuming you know Node, Node and npm. If you don't know Node and npm, watch my videos about Node. You can go to intro.alexmercedcoder.com for all those foundational videos on the tooling. And yeah, so there we go. Okay, so in this file, what we're going to do is I'm just going to work out of this index.js. Okay, and well, I don't even really need Webpack for what I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to make a file right out on the outskirts of this repo. Nope, not in the source folder. Right here. We'll call it test.js. Okay. So bottom line, what I want to talk about here is equality, in the sense that if I were to do a primitive, so let's say const a equals 1 and const b equals 2, okay, and then I would just say console log does a equal b, I should get back true, because since these are both numbers, a primitive value in JavaScript, it compares the value. Oh, wait, no, that's 2. I want this to be 1. Okay, so terminal. So let's do node test.js. See what I get true. Okay, so that's all fun and good. Now, let's see here. If I were to do the same thing with the word hello. Okay, and I copy the same word hello, I should still get the same thing because it's comparing the value. In all reality, they're actually, like, far as computer memory goes, there's still 2 different copies of the string hello copied into 2 different pieces of memory. But the variable a and b doesn't refer to their memory address, it refers to their value. That's what the label, the symbol of the variable is referring to. But let's say I were to create an object. Okay, so here I have an object. Or actually, we'll just say Control Z. We'll do it with an array first. So here we have an array. Okay. And if I do this, so when you're saving an array, it's not saving the contents of the array. It's saving a reference. So the a variable is not the array itself. It's a reference. It's the memory address to where that is. Okay, so it holds the reference. So in that case, when I do this, I get false. Okay, and I get false. Okay, and the reason being is that they are 2 different memory addresses. So even though they're exactly the same, they're both an array with a string hello, that doesn't work. Same thing if I made it an object. So if I said, hey, let's make this an object with a key that says, that's called hello, and a value that's world. Now we're just to take the same exact object and do this. See, I get false. Although if I compare the properties, a.hello is a.hello equal b.hello. Since hello, the hello property is a string, it's going to compare the values again. So I should get this time true. There we go, we get true. Okay, so it's always about what are you comparing? Are you comparing primitives or some sort of object like an array or an object? Cool. So the reason why that matters, particularly like in things like you might do like Boolean statements where you're trying to compare 2 objects. Or maybe you're using React where you use something like the useEffect hook, and there's this dependency array that constantly is checking, like, is this thing equal to what it was before? Okay. it's always going to be a new reference when it's an object or an array. So it's always going to not equal what it was before. So there's all these little things to kind of try to be tricky about. So another thing we can do, okay, is we can bring in Lodash. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. npm I Lodash. There are ways where you can just maybe compare the individual properties as one way, or do some big loop to kind of compare all the properties. But Lodash has already got your back. So npm I Lodash, which is a library with a lot of utility functions. Okay, very popular library. I'm not going to use it a whole bunch. But again, my Webpack setup or my rollup setup both support tree shaking. So long as you do a name, you do it like this, like const. This should be from Lodash. And what I want is equal. I'm pretty sure this is the function I want. Not const, it's import. My bad. Okay, and then it's going to tree shake. So instead of you getting the whole Lodash library being imported into your final project, when you build it with Webpack, it'll only pull the functions that you imported. That's what tree shaking is. It's really cool. Okay, and I think Lodash has been sort of updated so that way it can support tree shaking. Okay, const A, B. So now let's try this. So what you do is you take this is equal function and you pass the two objects. So A and B equal. Oh, and then instead I get an error. Cannot use import statement outside of a module. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm not running this through Webpack right now, so I need to do this. I have to use the normal node method. Const require. Const const is equals require Lodash. There we go. Let's try that again. And there you go. See, it's true now because this function from Lodash allows you to do that. So theoretically, that's one solution. You could just import, again, depending on what your use case is. If you really need the two objects to be exactly identical, then yeah, this is probably the easiest solution. But again, you have to bring in a whole other library to do so. So then the question is, do you want the cost of bringing in the library, meaning bigger bundle size? Another thing, again, you can compare the individual properties. So again, I could have just done a.hello equals b.hello, because if that's really the thing that I care about if that one part of it is the same, then I can just compare that one part of it. But the point is to kind of appreciate that you can't just straight up compare two arrays and two objects on their face. You have to kind of dig a little deeper because they're references. Yeah, so hopefully that is clear and useful. Okay, my name is Alex Merced from alexmercedcoder.com. Like this video, subscribe. Okay, do share. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Just look up Alex Merced Coder. And go join the Slack and Discord community over there at devnursery.com. Have a great day and enjoy.